Not caring about what other people say doesn't mean you don't care about the people. You just don't let other people run your life. Oh my God, let that sit for a moment. My name is Anne, and if you're new to this channel, I share on living and learning my experience of my life and everything I learn. And I love this topic because you will find on my channel, if this is your first video, you will find that I just try to be my true self and authentic, and this is by far not a perfect video. I want to share with you what I experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm not a therapist or anything like that. I'm just maybe your bestie on the couch. I just want to talk to you. See it as a podcast situation, or we're sitting on my couch right here and we're just having a good chat. That's all I want to do with you today. So welcome to my page. It's good to have you here. If you're trying to change anything in your life, the way you look, the way you eat, the way you breathe, the way you talk, people will have an opinion about that. And it's up to you how much you allow people to have you in control with that, how much it affects you. Just think about, you bought a new dress and maybe it's a little bit out of your comfort zone. Maybe it is a little bit shorter than usual. Or maybe it's a little bit more of a color burst that you usually wouldn't wear, a new color. And you are in a good mood. You wear this dress, you go to work, and someone looks at you and they're like, "Ooh, I don't know if that's your color." Instantly, a lot of times, unfortunately, if you're where I'm at and I judge that way too much and I give people way too much space for this, I get affected by that. And I think about, wait, I thought I looked good, and now how do people see me? I let it affect way too much, way too much. What if you have the guts to change your hair? You were always blonde and now you're ginger. You always wanted to be ginger. You change your hair, you're feeling good, and then someone comes up to you and say, "Oh, the blonde looked better on you." And all you want to do is go back to blonde. The power we give people to ruin our happiness, it upsets me. Like realizing that how other people run our lives. It makes me upset. Let's see it from I want to give you a visual example, okay? So imagine you sit in your house, in your own house, and you set up your dinner, and there's certain space for certain people. The voices you want to listen to, because it's very important to understand the difference of feedback. So people that are curious, that care for you, and noise. People just make everything loud. It's negative. They envy you. They reflect on their own life, and it's just judging. It's just not the good one. It's the noise, right? So you set up your table, you have a lovely dinner, and you save the space at the table for the voices you want to listen to. Outside of this house that you have, there's people that look through the window, that knock on the door, that stand in your front yard, and they just want to tell you how to eat, what to eat, how to talk, how to walk, how to look, and how to live your life. And it's very important to understand, to filter through your walls of your house, to leave these people outside. Because you want to have at your table only the people that truly and genuinely care for you. At the end of the day, what feels right for you, anyone that makes a compliment or just gives you some feedback or some judgment, at the end it depends on you, how you take it, how much you take it, and if you just give it back. You don't need to accept every judgment. You don't need to accept every hate. You don't need to accept if someone doesn't like your ginger hair. That's okay, that's your opinion. But you know what? I look in the mirror, I love myself, I feel myself, I can identify with that. And it would be just too sad if I would miss out on that, this experience of this change of, oh, I finally did something different. If I would listen to this one person that say, "Please stay blonde because you were always blonde, that's how I know you." But you know what? That's their limit. That's their comfort zone because that's what they're used to. And change is not always welcomed by people. I understand from my point of view that I always cared a lot about other people's opinion because I always believed I was a people pleaser. I make myself quite vulnerable here on this video, and but like if I'm not honest, like what are we even talking about, right? So I always tried or gave it way too much importance for people to like me. So I cared about their opinion. I cared about, like I went shopping, I sent pictures around being like, oh, do you like this more, this more? I really lost the feeling of what do I actually like? What do I put on and be like, oh, that feels good. Having this feeling back is it's just magical, and I'm working towards it, and it's already way better. But believe me, I'm still a little bit tense about that topic, and I still overthink it sometimes when people say something because it can hurt. You have this idea, you have this feeling, you feel good, and then someone just crosses it, and someone is just like, oh no, you think if it feels good? No, it doesn't feel good. And you're like, what? And you're completely confused. You're completely confused. But this trust to believe in yourself is so important. If you feel good about it, please do it. You might listen to other people's opinion too much because it's like, it feels comfortable in a way, because it's like, oh, I don't need to make radical changes. I don't need to change at all. I don't need to do something new. I don't need to do anything out of my comfort zone. But that's where growth is happening. And if you make the decision to do something out of your comfort zone, or to grow and to change and to live a different life, to move to a different country, to maybe get out of an unhealthy relationship, or change a work environment that wasn't good for you, and whatever it is, people will be ready to judge you. They're sitting there just waiting for you to do something. But let me tell you something. These people will judge you. And that sometimes also means that it's just a reflection, not of your decision. It's a reflection of their own life. You were brave to get away from a toxic situation while they are still in their toxic environment and they can't get out. So I truly believe that there might be some admiration in it, right? Like, it's hard. Like, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. That's like years ago someone said that to me, and it stuck with me. Like, you stay in an environment that you know, even though it's not good, but you know and you're comfortable with it because you know how to handle it, rather than going into in the unknown and change something and do something different because you don't know how it will be. But if you get to this point, oh my God, props to you. Good job. Do that change. Believe in yourself and make it possible, because you only have this one life. Not every opinion deserves the same weight. Please listen to other people. It's fine. Like, listen to them. I'm not saying being cool or being dismissive and totally ignorant. Like, listen to it. But not every opinion deserves the same weight. I say it again. Like, in my life, becoming vegan after eating meat my whole life, I grew up with this delicious food that my mom always cooked. That's how I grew up, and I loved it. I just changed it, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. I don't know why I have to laugh about this. It's just people are so stuck sometimes in their head, and the noises I got, the people that shared with me, like, how can you not eat meat? Isn't that delicious? While they eat meat in front of me, like, not being sensitive about that at all. Or moving to a different country, gaining weight, losing weight, presence on social media. Oh, you're this influencer now. You know what? It's cringe until it's working, and then people will ask you how you did it. And that just follows me. I love that one, really. What actually helped me? And I want to say that discomfort doesn't mean it's always danger. When something makes you feel uncomfortable, it's not negative. It is maybe out of your comfort zone. You're not used to that. But if you give yourself more credit, if you put yourself and your own voice and your own judgment a little bit higher, and you give it more weight and you give it more importance, what you feel, your own feelings, because they're totally valid. then you can trust yourself more. In situations where you feel judged, where you feel hate is coming around, where you feel people envy you, they're not talking good about you. And you know what? Something I learned and I always loved, when people talk about your life, it seems like that your life is more important than theirs. Ooh! So let's give them a show they won't forget. So at this point, I want to say that not everyone will get you. Not everyone will support you. People that supported you your whole life until you started to change might decide not to support you anymore because you're different now. The terms of this relationship you have to them is different now, and maybe they don't like it, and that's okay. I want you to understand and to welcome this idea of it is okay if people leave your life. There is a reason why people come into your life. Sometimes for a reason, sometimes for a season, and you don't need to hate them when they get out of your life. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to be on bad terms with them. It's okay. It's okay when people decide not to be by your side anymore because they change, because you change, and things don't align anymore. That's totally legit. It's good. It's part of the process. And I wish for you that you don't stop yourself because you give other people's opinions too much weight and you let them run your life. At this point, I would like to know, just think about it for a second. What are things that you missed out on, or you didn't do, or almost didn't do, because you let other people decide when they give you the green light for it or not? I would love for you to think about that for a second. If you're in a phase where you're changing and people have opinions, you're not doing it wrong. You're probably just doing something brave. And if this resonates with you, I would love to hear in the comments how you're dealing with it. What are your tips? What are your experiences? I hope you can take something from this video, even if it's just 1%, a little bit. But I want to thank you from my heart for being here, and I hope I see you again.